Time where women have money. I thought that making money was going to solve all my problems, especially my relationship problems, because when I was in my 20s, I had to date guys that had money because I didn't have any. But now that I make my own money, I felt like it opened up this whole new pool of broke guys that I couldn't date before, so I've been doing that. The last guy I dated, I paid for everything. I paid for trips, I paid for dinners, and now that I've sort of been the man in the relationship, now that I've been in your shoes, I now understand why you guys hate us. It's because we owe you so much money. And something happens psychologically when you start to pay for someone where you start to hate everything about them, you resent them, you start keeping score of everything they do. One night we went to dinner, I spent $200 on dinner. The next morning I woke up, I was like, this is weird. It's 8 a.m. and I don't smell eggs. Yeah, chop chop. Mommy's hungry. We're living in a time where women have money. I thought that
Welcome, my friends, to Antoine Phoenix. This is my RP experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today's video is going to be about, I believe her name is Jana Hocking. She's from Australia, and I'm going to be using a clip from MANOSPERE highlights. And she's talking about successful, sexy women, in her words, is struggling with dating like all her friends are single. Now, this is probably the opposite of a video of my last full-length video of a woman that's in her 40s that isn't used to being treated good by a man, by the men that she was choosing, and she was struggling with this. So this is the exact opposite of a woman that probably picked Pookies and Ray Rays, not exactly Pookies and Ray Rays, but picked men that probably looked good but did not treat her well, that fit her physical parameters of height, weight, maybe money, but or status. And those men did not treat her well, whereas this man that was around her same height did treat her well, and she struggled to accept that kind of behavior because that is the man that she would not usually pick because he did not fit her height standard, and she said it herself. So these women here in this video that I'm about to go over, they don't have that problem. They want a man to be bending over backwards. They want the utmost, highest status guys. Now, I don't know what they picked in their past, but going by the fact that they are high status women that have money, they have got used to the white collar world, being wined and dined and having thousands of dollars being spent on them. But they are getting the same thing that other woman got, but in reverse. So they're going after a certain type of man, the same type of man that most other women are going after, and they are struggling. So let's hear why.
Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the Manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir. Jana Hocking, the insane reason why all of these hot, successful women are still single.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. In this video, we dive into the article titled, The Insane Reason Why All of These Hot, Successful Women Are Still Single. Insane reason, fellas? It already kicks off with the foolishness. We'll get into why there's nothing insane about these women still being single. I'm gonna need some help reading this article. Janice, switch to avatar mode.
Will do, sir. Avatar mode activated.
Looking good, Janice.
Thank you, sir. I'm ready to get into this dating foolishness.
Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
The dating world is in a state of disarray. I came to this conclusion last weekend after I invited my girlfriends over for a glass of champagne before a fancy lunch at Icebergs. As I looked around my lounge room, I realized that all my friends are absolute catches. Not only are they gorgeous, but they've also got great jobs, comfortable wages, and are ridiculously good company. And it's not just this group of girlfriends, I have at least 2 other groups who are all in the same boat. And yet, they are all single. Not for want of trying, may I add. We spent the afternoon recounting hilarious dating stories, sharing the bonkers things we had seen on dating apps and pondering why dudes insist on sharing gym selfies. #.
What these single women have in common is their belief that they are highly desirable and great company. This belief comes from a perspective in which they assume that men look for the same qualities in a partner as women do. Remember this from Sean Connery?
Does the friendship mean a lot? Friendship of men?
Oh yeah, I like that. I think that's one of the pleasures of golf as well. I'm not mad. I don't like playing golf with women, no matter how good they are. I really don't.
Your wife plays golf.
She's a very good golfer, yeah.
You don't like to play with
very
her?
often with her, no.
Why not?
Because I don't like playing golf with women.
Why not?
I like the company of men better at golf.
Why?
It's very difficult to explain. It's just it's more pleasurable playing golf with men than women.
This is the part that women don't understand about being good company. A man is not gonna be your girlfriend. Men tend to have different interests than women. While women enjoy activities such as shopping, makeup, conversations, and gossiping about relationships, men like sports, outdoor activities, gaming, and are often more focused on problem solving or finding solutions. This is why women get upset when you actually solve their problem, which is exhausting. Women like to talk for the sake of talking. That's why they always tell on themselves. So no, the single women's idea of being ridiculously good company does not align with men's perception of what makes a woman good company. Janice, continue.
What we're after isn't anything too crazy. A nice guy who is well put together, has emotional intelligence, a decent job, and is nice to women. And dogs. Definitely dogs.
Not cats? What she's describing as not too crazy is exactly why she's single. A nice guy who is well put together. Translation, 6 feet tall. You know what? We're gonna let a woman explain what well put together means.
Yeah, so in text, like in chatting with him, I can't say like I felt excited. I mean, the chat was a bit mundane, but he did look good. Like he looked like, he was pretty well put together, good looking, 6'1", which I like tall guys.
Woo! This is pure gold. Manosphere Highlights Daily at your service. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we do. Experts at analyzing that dating foolishness. Well put together doesn't mean average looking or average height. These women dismiss the vast majority of men with their dating preferences, and they have the audacity to say, what we're after isn't anything too crazy. The foolishness.
So where are these guys? Well, my original thought was, oh, I know. They're chasing after the girls in their 20s. I asked one guy in my office what he got up to the weekend, and he said he had his girlfriend's 21st birthday. He's 37. As he was complaining about how immature her friends were, and the lack of nice wines to choose from at the boat cruise they were on, I thought, well, why the heck are you dating a 21-year-old? Yes, it's horrendously judgmental of me, but seriously. What do they talk about when not going at it like rabbits?
That's exactly the point. Attraction is not a choice. Give men the option to choose between a woman in her late 30s with whom they can have great conversations and the same woman in her early 20s with whom they cannot have the best conversations. Who do you think men would choose? Now, of course, this is flat. But as I always say, focus on the information that's consistent. Listen to this.
I've been thinking for quite a while that the reason we're all single is because my gorgeous friends and I are getting passed over by the blokes we fancy because we're too old. In fact, it is safe to assume we're not even registering on many guys our age dating apps because they've set their age limits from 20 to, at a scrape, 30 years old. Isn't that wild?
There you go. Data from these dating apps reveal men are looking to date younger women.
Here, green represents men liking women often, and the red reverse. And voila. It's very obvious that no matter how old men are, they go after younger women. And by the heavy concentration of greenness at the bottom of the graph, it really is the younger the woman, the better.
I want you to look at the pictures of these women. They are not ugly women, but this is not about looks. It's about being attractive. Attractive includes more than just physical appearance. It refers to a person's overall attractiveness, which can include physical beauty, but also factors such as personality, charm, confidence, and other qualities that draw people to that person, like fertility. Like the lady said, the younger the woman, the better. Why?
Why?
Because women are most fertile between 20 and 24 years old. As women age, not only does their fertility decline, but so does their sexual market value. This is not insane. This is biology. Are you sure you are ridiculously good company?
And yes, I am very much expecting my Instagram DMs to be filled with messages from men ranting on about the fact I shouldn't have put my career before men and babies.
This is true, but of course, though, there will be men that's just repeating what podcasters like myself and others are saying. Now, the only thing with that is, see, I think every man is a little different because I don't mind if a woman is working. This is like one of those things of a woman is working at Starbucks. She is working. It is not a problem of her working. I guess it depends if she gets in a career that she totally neglects starting a family, either looking to start a family and definitely looking for a mate to be serious with. One of the things, I guess, men that do want families, do want a stable relationship, the last thing they want to hear a woman say that when she was okay, she's looking for a mate now, but when she was younger, she was just having fun. That is not something a dude wants to hear a woman say now that you're like 40, 50, even late 30s. We don't want to hear that because it kind of sends that president. Okay, this would be the same thing if a guy was like saying, oh, I'm now concentrating on my career because when I was younger, I just partied and had fun. Now, a woman may not say nothing, but unless if that man is a millionaire, like right now, she's going to look at like, what was you doing in your 20s? Like, you were just like totally goofing around. You had no goals. You wasn't like pursuing anything. Of course, though, even though people can have goals, they may not get where they want to be. Like me, I wanted to be a actor. And of course, though, I was working and doing other things. And then I had other goals that I wanted to do, but I have to admit it was harder while I was in a relationship. But I would never say to a woman that I'm trying to build a relationship with, just was having fun. I wasn't really looking for anything serious, but now I think I want to settle down. I'm not sure. If somebody's telling me that, I will not take them serious, because why are they being serious now? For in a woman's case, okay, you probably want to get with a guy, and of course, though, you can say that you don't want kids, but I don't know a woman around my age or even younger that's not like, oh, I want to start a family now. Why do you want to start a family now? Do you want to start a family so you can get a retirement plan? So if things don't work out with the guy, that you always have money coming in with spousal support and probably child support. Damn, I could not think.
And that I'm too picky. Oh, and my favorite, I've hit a wall. Side note, why do so many men love using the term "you've hit a wall"? It's always from some hairy, balding bloke who scratches his nuts in social settings. Okay mate. I beg to differ, dear cranky gents. I've never felt more comfortable in my skin, I don't want children, and I've adored every moment chasing after a career I want.
Oh my goodness! Women always tell on themselves. The reason women use shaming language is because the truth hurts. Modern women have heard this story about putting their career first and being too picky many times before. But it's only when the wall knocks them into oblivion when they come to their senses, if they are lucky. I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining as F every time women try to beat this wall. Every time women think they are the exception to the rule.
That's 3.6% of men in the entire world that are tall enough that are at least 6'2". Is that discouraging?
I mean, I only need one.
You need one, but he needs to be that height. He needs to make the resources, right?
Yeah.
He needs to be funny. He needs to be charismatic. He needs to be disciplined. And that doesn't discourage you? Like,
I'm an optimist. But no.
And I like
yeah,
it. Like
but no, I mean,
an optimist.
And then they face that undefeated wall and it knocks them into oblivion. Bird singing like Street Fighter. Pure gold. Never gets old. Your whole life, you focused on yourself. You don't want children. You put your career first. Fine. You're not attractive to the man you want. That's the law of cause and effect. Hold this L.
But there has to be a more valid reason why all my girlfriends and I are single, than just some shallow dudes who want a pretty young thing on their arm. So, after some more pondering, I began to think perhaps the issue is that I, and my friends, have paved out lives we absolutely adore, and if we're going to add a man to our life, then they must be on the same level or higher. You can't detract, you must add to my life.
You see how women have no problem being selfish when it comes to dating? Same level or higher. They have no problem saying that while they complain about the so-called gender pay gap. Hypergamy in full effect.
And this was beginning to feel a little more on the money, especially when I floated it to a bunch of women at a work meeting yesterday. Then I stumbled across a book that proved this theory in a way, stating that there is a genuine man deficit in place right now for career women. Author John Bridger wrote a book about it called Datonomics, how dating became a lopsided numbers game. In it, he details why there are so many women struggling to find Mr. Right, and it all comes down to numbers. Saying, it's not women's fault, it's the demographics. According to Burja, the problem with women living in big cities right now is that there are far more university graduated women than men. He said that if women would like a man who is on the same education level as them, they will struggle. And the men who are more likely to play the field and delay marriage, because there are so many women in oversupply for them to choose from. He said the solution is for women to be more open-minded about who they are willing to date. And here's a plot twist for you. I think he's right.
You think he's right? Well, I don't agree with him saying it's not women's fault. At this point, it is women's fault. Women wanted this responsibility. Women wanted to choose. Instead of doing their homework about the complexities of society, they decided to drink that feel-good Kool-Aid that women can have it all, which is practically impossible. There are no solutions, only trade-offs. Women can't seem to grasp the concept of trade-offs.
For so long I've ranted about my refusal to loosen my standards or settle for any old bloke. But have I been going on dates with guys who are vastly different to me? Nope. I tend to go white collar. Sure, I dabbled with a few footy players in the past, but that was just for fun. Perhaps I should be dating guys who didn't go to uni. Or took up a trade, or here's an idea, a farmer. Maybe we're all single because we've only been sticking to what we know. Maybe my Mr. Right is currently trying to herd sheep into a shearing shed, and I've been attempting to look for him in a fancy wine bar. Wrong place, Jana. So, in the fine words of Taylor Swift, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
The girls and I have vowed to broaden our dating field and start going to places outside of the city bubble. Can't hurt, right?
Only when the wall knocks them into oblivion do they consider lowering their standards. And it's too late. Nowhere in this article does it discuss the tangible and meaningful contributions these women make to men in relationships. Instead, the article seemed to focus on the women making self-declared assumptions about themselves, such as their physical attractiveness, being good company, or having a successful career. It suggests a lack of deep research into the real qualities, actions, or benefits these women bring to relationships, and instead relies on their self-perceptions. Superficial as F. Janice, thanks for your help.
You're welcome, sir. This is pure gold.
Yes, this is definitely pure gold. Look, I always believe in freedom of choice. If the woman wants to choose bad dudes, then let her choose bad dudes. Thing is, though, don't come back to me. Don't come back to the good guys, the decent guys later. You stay over there. Women that want white collar, you want to stay in that realm, stay in that realm. Because the thing is, which I definitely know now, especially with women, if she settles on you, if she tries something different and goes for a guy that's not really her type, what's going to happen? And this is kind of like with men once they get married or something like that. Once she gets with that guy that she's settled for and she's happy with, she's going to have a guy eventually come and entice her that's her type. And then she's going to leave or cheat on you for that guy. And then that guy's going to drop her. And she might come running back to you. Or either she might be with this guy for quite a while. But so I don't believe in trying to force women to pick a certain type of guy. I want women to come forward and say what they want. And that way I can identify like, okay, that's the type of guy that she wants. And she's being honest about, good, but stay over there. Don't come whining to me later. Now, those women that don't really follow that pattern, that will go, woe is me, I don't see why I can pick the right guy. Those women sometimes might still get me because I will falsely believe that maybe they don't know what the hell that they are doing. The same way sometimes people don't know what career choice to pick or something, because there are people like that, because I was one of them. Like, I had to try things until I eventually found the thing that I liked. But with people, it should be a little bit easier because you know your type. You know, I have a type. I have a type of one, well, especially looks wise, that is the type that I will go for. And if I meet a woman that has the personality type that I want, but not the looks, well, she don't have to look exactly like that woman, but she doesn't look close to that woman, I'll have to skip over her because I might hurt her. Because if I get with her and then that woman that has those looks, and then probably the personality is close enough, I might go that way. I mean, usually I wouldn't, unless if the woman I'm with start messing up. But however, why take that chance? So I may as well pick what I really want instead of regretting it later. Especially if that woman decides to do me dirty, I'm definitely going to be like, damn, I should have went for what I like. Anyway, that's it. Give me a like, a subscribe. Yeah, Manospeare highlights. That's a good channel. If you like their videos, subscribe to them. I'm definitely, well, I achieved my goal this year of over 1,000 subscribers. Of course, though, I want to hit the double digits now, but now I just want to get better, provide better content, and have you guys watch more of my videos, which I have plenty of videos. So scour my channel for my full catalog. Have a good day. God bless everybody, both the men and the women.
You want a guy that's sweet, a guy that's tough, a feminist who likes to pay for stuff, the kind of guy that gets along with your friends without being attracted to any of them. A good boy, a bad boy, a good bad boy, a half good, half bad, half boy. Loves your brother, sensitive but not weekend. Is a great lover, calls your mother on the weekend. Now you might think that this guy only exists in your mind. But guess what? You're right. If you want love, lower your expectations a few, because Prince Charming would never settle for you. If you want love, just pick a guy and love him. And if he's got a thing for feet, say sweep me off them. Now